The host of Bagfuel, Esso, and Heineken believe hip-hop is boring now that Drake is no longer the #1 guy. What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership, gang. Listen, I'm going to be here for a while, gang. I'm just going to warn you in advance. You might want to get some sardines, maybe some black beans, maybe some yellow rice, something to tide you over, gang. I'm going to be here for a while. Maybe some, I don't know, some Four Loko, just to hold you down, because I got a lot to talk about, and it's not going to be quick. There is too much to dissect. I know this thing could be talked about in 5 minutes or less, but it wouldn't do it justice, gang. I got so much to say. This is going to be long. I'm just going to say it in advance. I want to talk about this because it's so much to unpack that my mind is literally spinning to see two of my cohorts. Listen, YouTube is an actual job at this point, gang. We fight for content, we fight for space, we fight for time, we fight for you guys' eyeballs, and sometimes we go a little extreme. And I give my guys some grace. I watch a lot of YouTubers. For some reason, YouTube sends me guys that got 5 subscribers. They send me new guys every single day, and I click them. I watch them. I support them. I subscribe, because that's our job here, to support each other and lift each other up. And sometimes we will disagree, okay? And I'm going to be honest. I still have chills, nightmares. I'm exaggerating, but not nightmares. But I do feel a little that I gotta kind of maintain my passion, because I still feel like I may have been a little extra when I discussed DJ Head versus Maul. I'm just gonna be honest. When DJ Head actually DM'd me, cracking up, sending me some laughing emojis about when I called Drake, as I normally do, I call him the bubble bath rapper. He sent me some laughing emojis, and I was like, oh man, he must have watched that episode where I was very, very opinionated about his debate with Maul. And I learned the lesson. I was like, gang, you can say what you need to say and still kind of be a little, elegant, okay? So salute to DJ Head. I mean, no, zero disrespect, gang, but that's just my passion, okay? But at the end of the day, salute the Effective Immediately, salute the Gina Views, beautiful Gina Views, the whole gang, salute, gang. But sometimes I do get on here and I walk a thin line. I went at Matt Hoffa. I've gone at different people. I think I've gone at Charlemagne. I got a Charlemagne video coming. I've gone at the Breakfast Club. I've gone at Flacco. I've gone at Anthony Fantano. I've gone at What the Dirt. This is the world we play in, gang. But I also give respect when respect is due. Now, when my compadres and my peers say some crazy shit, I know we're supposed to be eloquent and elegant, but sometimes that's not what's called for, okay? I'm just going to be honest. This is what I'm here for, gang. I'm here to entertain you and also speak my mind and give my opinion. And my opinion on this situation is this is crazy, all right? I'm going to get there, but let me just I'm going to slow base this, because I want to talk about what YouTubers do. And I want to salute to the struggle stream. I just saw the struggle stream had to walk back some things. We all have a moment where we walk back some shit. Homeboy from struggle streams was in his feelings about Birdman. And when the 7 levels of rappers came out, he was in his feelings. I believe his name is Super Rig or something. To the salute to the struggle stream. But he said Birdman was not a trash rapper. He went all in the comments and was going at everybody that said Birdman is a trash rapper. Well, let me be the first to tell you, Birdman is a trash rapper. 100%. He might have invented the fucking term. I'm just going to be honest. But listen, struggle stream came back about 2 days later, literally owned up, fessed up, and apologized and said, listen, I may have been wrong because I was in my feelings. Right? I watched it. I enjoyed the episode. Salute to the struggle stream. I watch them from time to time. I watch a lot of people. So we do make mistakes, gang. I'm just going to be honest. I've made mistakes. I've owned up to my mistakes, right? When we say things that may be offensive or what have you. We may delete videos. We may come off a little abrasive. But that's where we are with this thing. We're not perfect. But what I do want to say is when we're not perfect, we get called out. All cause has cause and effect. They have a reaction, right? Heineken and Esso. I'm going to be a little more, I'm not going to say politically correct, but what I am going to do is give you guys some grace, but also I'm going to check you on this one because listen, I'll beat these guys somewhere. We'll talk. I'll probably be on a panel with them somewhere. We'll have a conversation, right? I've been rooting for these guys since the Math Hoffa situation, so I have no problem with them. But at the same time, they're pulling a Rory and Maul on me right now, gang. I'm just going to be honest. When I first did my channel took off because I was a Rory and Maul supporter. Okay? That is a fun fact. I was a Rory and Maul supporter. I was rooting for Rory and Maul. Now with this battle, which apparently has shocked and dismayed and upended everything, I am no longer a Rory and Maul supporter. I'm just going to be, because of Maul and because of Rory, both of them it's just like, it's a limit to this shit that I can take, gang. I think I'm still following What's the Dirt. I had to unfollow Rory and Maul. It just got so ridiculous, gang. Like, it's one thing to have your side. It's another thing to not listen to nothing and to just take everything and just, you know what I'm saying? Just lean one way so heavy that nothing makes no sense anymore. Where you're just all the way in and you're not even speaking logically and no one can talk to you. I don't want to watch. I don't enjoy that. All right, and I'm speaking of Maul with this Drake situation. But what I want to do, I want to have a conversation about Esso and Heineken because they're following this path that Rory and Maul have established where you start to lose the audience when your hip-hop takes are egregious and you start not making any sense. Okay, so Esso and Heineken, I want to talk to you guys again. This is not going to be no disrespect. I will not be going as hard as I did in the past with DJ Head and Maul situation, but that was much more touchier than this. But I do want to have this conversation because what I'm starting to see with these YouTubers is when they show you who they are, believe them. And I'm starting to see something really funny about Heineken and Esso. Just maybe they can clear this up. But it already started with that Jim Jones situation when Jim Jones said what he said about Nas. And then they brought Jim Jones on there and they started kind of low-key co-signing Jim Jones. They kind of was showing us something that they kind of lean to a certain aesthetic of rappers. Again, they can clear this up. Maybe they can, you know what I mean? Maybe they can make a move and talk about this on to another degree. But they were kind of like, I'm going to be honest, Heineken was low-key saying that Jim Jones had a point and that he was more influential than Nas. And we know Nas could pack out the Madison Square Garden. Jim Jones can't even book the Garden, let alone pack it out. So he's not more influential than Nas, but for some reason, this nigga logic became pervasive over there at Bagfuel. Again, I'm not going to be disrespectful to Bagfuel, but I'm going to keep it a buck. So if keeping it a buck becomes disrespectful in this video, then I'm going to get disrespectful. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to try to be disrespectful. Like I said, I'm going to meet up with these guys. We're going to have a blast. We probably be in the same venue somewhere, popping it on the same show. I probably end up on their show or they end up on mine, one or the other. But at the end of the day, what I am going to do is have to speak on it. So we already saw a penchant to lean toward the opposite direction of the culture when you're siding with Jim Jones against Nas. That's what it looked like. I'm just going to be honest. So it didn't look right. It looked fishy. It looked a little fishy, gang. Okay? So right there, that's a flag on the play. That's a red stripe. Anybody that claim to be in this culture that's going to say Jim Jones is more influential than Nas in any form or fashion. It ain't not one that he beats Nas in. You know how you play Madden and they got the lines that say 97, 94 overall, instead of that. Not one of them lines. Not one of Jim Jones' Madden lines, rapping lines exceeds Nas. Not one. Marketing, promotions, nothing. Shows, raps, nothing. He don't exceed Nas in any form or fashion. But somehow Esso and Heineken was making a case because he was sitting there. I don't like when my fellow guys do that. Like when Wallow and Gilly had this guy on there, the freaking Mob Ties guys, and they were low-key. Let's just say this. Let's just say this. They kind of let them say what they wanted to say without much pushback. Okay? I didn't appreciate that, and I said as much. I felt like that whole situation was they kind of got bullied in their own studio. If I'm scared of you and I just want you for the views, then I probably shouldn't have you on there. All right? If you can come into my studio and I start like rubbing elbows with you and start leaning towards your opinion just to appease you, then I probably shouldn't have you in my studio. I'm just going to be honest. Okay, and I know rap is a volatile situation where that guy can get up and start swinging and throwing blows and whatever. But guess what? If I'm scared of them blows, then I might not have you in there in the first place. I shouldn't have no features if I'm not gonna be able to speak my opinion in my mind openly. Or maybe I agree with you. But what I want to do right now, I want to have this conversation, right? Because sometimes, like I said, sometimes my fellow YouTubers, right? And again, we all doing this is a hustle, gang. We all get paid to do this. I don't know if you know that, but YouTube pays us. Some of us get paid more than others, right? But at the end of the day, we're all here for a reason. But at the same time, the culture is the foundation of why we're in here. We're supposed to be speaking on the culture. All right? And when I see someone say some crazy nonsense like the culture is boring because Drake, Drizzy, right? I was going to say BB or Drizzy, but we're gonna be respectful today. And I don't even say that word too much anyway. We're going to be respectful. Because I'm going to have a real conversation because I saw a lot of comments, some pro, most against, right? But I'm going to have this conversation because I feel like what we're doing right now, we're going down a slippery slope of nonsense. Right? Like I said, I'm going to be here for a while. You know what I'm saying? Get you a fish with the fish head still on it. Fry that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Get you some jasmine rice. Sound good. We're going to be here for a while. Some Moscato. Listen, gang, I'm going to be here for a while. So if you need to check out. But if you're going to stick with me, rock with me, because I'm not going to be able to do this really quickly. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this clip from Bagfuel, right? Again, much respect for Bagfuel, because niggas get twisted. Niggas get their feelings. It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect. I'm not disrespecting you niggas. But at the end of the day, somebody do got to speak on this because this low-key is crazy. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to go line for line. Because I don't appreciate it. I'm just going to be honest. What we're doing, we're basically trying to say that this nigga's out here acting niggerish, so he was making it popping. Because he was niggerish with it. And you know, we're not doing that. First of all, we're in the best time of hip-hop in years. The last 4 years of hip-hop, if you my age and if you listen what I listen to, the last 4 or 5 years of hip-hop have been amazing. We got the clips. We got several Freddie clips. We got several Freddie Gibbs albums. We got the clips. We've got several Benny the Butcher. We got Tyler. We got a lot of shit, gang. A lot of fire shit. JID's album was popping. K-Dot was popping. GNX was popping. Listen, we got a lot of fire shit. Right now, it ain't even a conversation. The Unks is up. It ain't even a conversation. You can't name me 4 hot records from them young niggas. I don't know. Name them. I don't know. Put them in the comments. But old niggas is up. And you might say future old nigga. I don't know if y'all know that. Okay? So what I'm saying is, we up right now. We got some real good records. So I don't know what these niggas is talking about. The hip-hop is boring. You may be talking about the lifestyle that you want to live is boring. But I'm going to get into all that because I don't know what strip clubs closed down since this nigga ain't been popping. The nigga dropped 50 fucking records since last year. What is he not doing that he was doing before? We're going to have a conversation because I don't know what these guys is talking about. That is boring. Boring for who? Strippers still eating. The fucking steak still making mad money gambling. What's shut down? What's happening? When did hip hop become? Because the whores was out. He had the whores. Bro said the whores. Like, gang, like, the whores? So hip hop and whores combined. Like, what we doing? But I'm gonna play these clips. I want to have this conversation because it's low key. It's like I say it all the time. It's nigga logic, gang. It's nigga logic. You can't beat nigga logic. You just gotta actually. You gotta try to confront it where it lives, right? You gotta get in front of this shit. We gonna get in front of this because nigga logic we cannot let this we cannot let this take over. We can't let nigga logic become pervasive in the community. It's already here, but we've been making some leeway, some headway with nigga logic. But we can't go backwards, Esso. I'm just gonna be honest. No disrespect, Esso. We can't go backwards. We can't go back to nigga logic. So let's have the conversation. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to be stopping it. I'm going to be stopping it because when it's something needs to be said, I'm going to stop it. I don't know who Homeboy is. I don't really watch the show that much. I do watch the show. Like I said, I've been rooting for these guys, but I don't watch their show that much. And maybe this is why. Maybe this is why. But I do watch it from time to time. Okay? So I don't know who homeboy is that's going to start talking, but I'm going to keep this popping. This is I got this off Twitter like everybody else, and let's go.
Do you think that Drake and Kendrick beef fractured hip hop?
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, let's say this. Yes, it did fracture hip hop, but at the end of the day, it was supposed to. It was supposed to. This thing been building up for 10 years. It's been a 10-year Cold War. It's been real versus fake. Let's just be honest. That's how we've been looking at it. If you're on this side, it was real shit. If you're on that side, you thought your shit was real. But to us, it was real versus fake shit. And everything that bro named that's not popping no more because this guy is fake shit. Sitting courtside of the game. Like, how is that hip-hop? That's some niggas that niggas got money go do. That don't mean it's fucking hip-hop. Ain't the Raptors on TV regardless whether this nigga sitting courtside or not? I don't know what's going on, gang. I know I'm not being fair because I haven't played the whole clip for you, but they said some wild shit in here and I want to address it. So let me continue. Let me start over.
Do you think that Drake and Kendrick beef fractured hip hop?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need Drake. Drake, when Drake was around, like when he was at the #1 spot, hip hop was still exciting.
Why? Why was it exciting? Because y'all can go out and throw ones and act real niggerish and fight at the club. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out what changed about hip-hop itself. The nightlife ain't never going to change. I'm sure some booty-shaking songs right now that they getting crazy to. So what we talking about? I don't know how it's changed, how this one guy who not even American, not even a New Yorker, but how is he making the whole city light up? I'm confused, gang. I'm confused. What's boring about it? I know Drake fans. I know you still here, and you're gonna say, "Well, let them finish." They screaming at let them. They threw their phone. Bite. Let them finish. This is facts. I'm seeing it on Twitter. They going crazy. This is facts. Drake is still that guy. So I'm gonna let them finish. But I don't follow the sentiment. I'm already out. I'm checking out already. But let me continue.
Mm-hmm. When Drake when Drake was doing,
you gotta realize the room you're in. 3 dudes is literally saying, "I love Drake." So now they're going to flip, they're going to move the goalpost and flip it that somehow this dude has changed everything and now it's gone because he's fell back. Not that he fell back. This motherfucker got set back. The culture set him back, right? You can't win a rap battle without the culture saying you won, right? The culture don't want it no more, gang. You cannot win without the culture saying you won. Nas couldn't have beat Jay without the culture saying he won. We still saying Ether to this day. So you need the culture to approve. So somehow they're speaking on the culture from the losing side, saying that it's bad now, even though the culture's fine. We're doing great. We got GNX. We got a lot of shit that's popping. Everybody's listening to the clips right now. I don't know what these niggas talking about, but for some reason, somehow, some way, the culture's suffering because this nigga ain't out here tricking. Let me keep this pushing.
His tour and lighting up the city and everything.
What city?
Was lit.
Yeah.
Nobody can light up the city. I just said on the other shit with Lord Sko, I said this shit is boring. Nobody's excited.
New York, y'all bored? What's going on in New York? Y'all bored over there? Because your boy's in Manchester doing episode 3? Let me just get this straight. There's mad songs that he's popped, that he's dropped, that y'all can still turn up to. What's going on? Which one ain't doing it for you? Which one? What did I miss ain't popping for you in the strip club? What's going on? Let me know. This don't sound like a problem of hip-hop. This sound like he ain't making the records that you need. What's going on? I don't understand. Esso, what's popping? How is it boring? So now you can't get jiggy in the strip club because this nigga ain't got a hit record right now? The records ain't going past number 2? They out of the top 15 already, so now you bored? You can't pop a shot of some tequila. You can't get some, you can't do this no more, some Patron? Right? Casamigos shots ain't working right now because of what? I don't understand, gang. I'm kind of low-key lost. Strip club ain't popping because what? First of all that old music still out there. They can still play all that shit. It ain't nobody's fault that they're not playing. They're playing it, but it just don't hit the same because it ain't nothing what? I don't understand. How is he lighting up the city? The reason he ain't doing what he doing because his ego's fucked up. He's trying to find his footing. He's trying to find his footing. It ain't got nothing to do with what the culture doing or what Kendrick did. This dude lost a battle and now he shook up. He don't know who he is no more. It ain't nobody's fault but his own. He should have knew who the fuck he was before he started the battle. But I'm kind of confused at Homeboy. Listen, I told you I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna ask, what strip club can you not go to right now? What strip club is shut down because this nigga ain't around? He's over in Europe somewhere, missing shows, crying about mosh pits, getting toilet paper thrown at him. What's going on, gang? Let me know. I need to know what's happening over there at Bagfuel, because they got it all figured out. It's a room full of Drake fans. This is what happened when you get these niggas in the room, gang. This is what happened. Nonsense. Weird ass shit. I'm just gonna be honest. And I told you I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but this is really weird. Let me continue.
Kendrick is a great rapper. He's dope, but he's not bringing the excitement to it. He's bringing the creativity to it. Drake was outside with the whores.
So we don't want creativity. We don't want the great rappers in rap no more. We want niggas with whores, right? We want you outside with whores. That's what hip hop is right now. If you're not outside with the whores, we're bored. Nigga logic, gang. We can't go backwards, gang. We cannot go backwards. We need to go forward. We need to go forward. And it doesn't matter what you're rapping about, but you're not going to say because this guy is creative that all of a sudden now it's boring. What's boring about GNX tour? This is one of the biggest tours in history. I think this dude just became the most grossing joint co-tour in the history of tours. Like, what we talking about, right? So, but I don't know who's bored. Who's bored? These shows are packed out. He's filling up everywhere. He just added Australia. They're packed out over there. Who's bored? What are we talking about? You're not getting the level of music that you used to get from Drake, so now you're bored. I hope say, go buy my old album. Go put my old shit on. Bro is still, listen, his fans already telling on Twitter. He's still #1. What you mean? On Twitter? Go in the comments. He's still #1. What you mean? You know why he's still #1? Because he has like fucking 80 million songs. So all the old songs are still streaming. It's never going to stop. It's like Michael Jackson catalog. It's never going to stop. Michael Jackson was singing at 5 years old, my nigga. So he got mad music. So it's never going to stop. So Drake got mad 15 years of music. So it's never going to stop music, gang. So go listen to that. What you mean it's boring? Somehow, Kendrick songs are still in the top 15. What we doing? We got a whole new slew of new music. That's fucking fire. And you're sitting talking about it's boring? How? I'm confused. Bro, stuff ain't even breaking the top. It go #2 1 week and then it's gone. But this is the guy you want back? Nothing's stopping this guy. He's still making music. He done dropped 30 joints since last year. He done had it flop out the flop. He got a whole album you could be listening. You're not playing some sexy songs for you. You're not listening to some sexy songs for you. No Kia and all that. What are we doing? How you gonna say it's boring? You saying like the nigga dead or something, gang? He's still alive. I don't know what we talking about. Let me continue, bro.
He was all over the place. He's mixing and merging with everybody.
Let me tell you
know what I'm saying?
Drake could affect culture just by his gambling slip.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the gambling thing in a second, but he just said he was mixing and merging with everybody. Everybody who stopped making music, everybody that was rapping still rapping. Am I bugging out? Everybody that he was merging with is still rapping. Ain't Young Thug got some music coming out? Gunna, all these motherfuckers, Future, they still making music. Metro Boomin. So you just miss his voice with him, because they all got albums and music and songs. If I'm not mistaken, We Don't Trust You was a big record. That record, part 1 and part 2, was big records. So what part of this are you missing? You just miss him being at the top. It feel good to these people just to say somebody's at the top. They want somebody at the top. The illusion of being at the top. Let's talk about when Drake was at the top. This motherfucker was getting accused of ghostwriting, getting accused of stealing, thieving songs, getting accused of all kind of nonsense that didn't have nothing to do with the music that he was supposed to be associated with. So it was never a reign at the top like I'm just at the top. It was always an asterisk. It was always some nonsense. He was always in the middle of some shit. It wasn't like he just sat up there like, oh, I'm the king of this. No, he was never the fucking king. No one anointed him, none of that shit. He was up there because UMG did a damn good job of making them sales go. Did a very good job of making a lot of records go bigger than they probably would have gone. Without that company, let's just be honest. If he was on another company, we'd be singing a different kind of song. Okay? His ass probably be Bobby Valentino or some shit. But he was on the major conglomerate that runs the whole, like, fucking 89% of this fucking industry. So, yeah, he was going to pop. They got their hands in Spotify and every goddamn thing else. So, yeah, he was going to do okay. So you missed the illusion of him being the best. And those records getting force-fed down people's throat. It was a lot of rumblings that people wasn't feeling a lot of that shit, including me. Now, he made some good records. Let's be honest. I'm not going to sit and lie to you. He made a lot of good records. But at the end of the day, there was no king. There was no top of this shit. He'll come out, he'll have a couple records, people go crazy and be like, yada, 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 and then it'll phase back to normal. It wasn't like this motherfucker just dominated for you and it was nothing but his music. Come on, gang, you're talking nonsense. Let me keep this pushing.
Yeah. I bet $2 million on the Chiefs.
The gambling shit is crazy.
Just think about that. Just his
He was
gambling
adding excitement to it.
Yeah.
Think about
How the fuck? Gang, listen. Gambling is an addiction, gang. Okay? Gambling is an addiction. If you're following this guy to see what he's gambling on, half the time this nigga was losing. Let's just be fucking honest. This nigga went on a streak that everything he bet on was a fucking loss. What are you talking about? I'm confused. How are you excited about another nigga betting $2 million on some shit? This ain't making no sense as real nigga logic, gang. It ain't making no sense to me. I never once got excited about what this nigga was betting on. And I get it. You can't count me. I'm just an average dude. I'm just a hater, I guess, or whatever. I never got excited about it. It never made, I'd be like, damn, this nigga crazy. Half the time, all you was waiting for was the other end of this damn bet that he lost. Remember they were saying at one point, everything he bet on was a guaranteed loss for the fucking team? All the Super Bowls he was betting on, the other team would win? How is that exciting? This is nigga logic at its best. See, niggas done fell into a zone where only thing that matters is the illusion of success and the illusion of mad money. That's why a lot of people follow Kanye so long and so ridiculously. Because Kanye had the illusion of success and the illusion of mad money. Right? Yeah, he had money, but Kanye didn't have what you thought. And a lot of you did. A lot of you thought he would have this, that, and the third. But Kanye was miserable. Kanye's still miserable. But they don't care about the misery. They just care about the money that they think that he has. This $2 billion from Adidas, this, that, and the third. You guys don't care about that. And see, this is like niggas from jail. Niggas from jail really only respect a few things. And one of the things they respect, gang, is money. They respect power and they respect money. And you can never convince a nigga. This is why this guy's in office right now. He who shall not be named. This is why he's in office, because a lot of jail niggas that don't care, right, that can still vote, ran and voted. Just because you go to jail, you can still vote. I'm not talking about federal charge. I'm talking about regular, right? Dudes can still vote. A lot of these dudes ran and voted because they don't care about the facts. They just care about the money and the power. They perceive this guy to have power. They didn't care that this guy was out here looking like a complete weirdo half the time. Awkward, nerdy. They didn't give a fuck about that. Money and power, the illusion of success. So now these guys have taken that illusion of success that somehow hip hop was better because he would come down and drop $2 million on a fucking bet that he would fucking lose, right? They don't give a fuck about that. It's like, yo, Drake did it. This nigga, this money doesn't go to none of you guys' pockets whatsoever. This is why Jim Jones still chasing Drake and all these other motherfuckers chasing Drake. Yo, I like Drake. You can like Drake, but don't say it's dumb shit, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Let me keep this pushing.
about this Drake, he would host awards in NBA weekends, stuff like that. We don't have another artist in hip hop that can do
the
that.
Raptors would be on television because Drake would be sitting front row.
He's sitting on the sideline.
Yes.
He's bringing something. He's bringing.
Do you even like the Raptors, gang? Like, do you like the Raptors, gang? Like, I'm confused. Like, why is it significant if the Raptors on TV if you don't like these niggas? What's the point of it? Like, I don't understand this. Like, he be like, this nigga's just what? What? NBA All-Star, da-da-da. This all nigga shit, gang. Niggas that watch ESPN all day. And I know some of you guys are these guys. You spray your cologne on in the morning, da-da-da. You get your Air Force Ones, and you cut on ESPN. You brush your teeth with a gold toothbrush. I get all that. And you got a basketball hoop in your fucking back of your door. I understand that. That's cool. I understand that. But at the end of the day, that's not the end-all, be-all of fucking hip-hop. Just like 106, they going to make 106 in Park. They going to remake it, call it 106 in Sports. Now they're trying to mix hip-hop and sports. The shit ain't the fucking same. It ain't the fucking same. So I don't understand how this thing is, how he's correlating the culture of hip-hop. And I get it, sports is a part of it. Yes, it's a part of the culture, but it ain't the end-all, be-all because the nigga considered the fucking game. I'm sure Will Smith considered the fucking game. It don't mean that the shit is making it better or worse. Ain't this the same nigga that was sitting at the game, mean mugging a nigga that he wasn't gonna say a goddamn word to? Every time he looked at him, he looked away. Ain't this the same guy? See, this is what we're talking about. It's like, so we idolizing weirdo behavior, gang. Weirdo shit. He was looking at the rose and calling him this and a pussy. Every time a nigga look away, pussy, this and that. My heroes ain't like this, gang. My heroes don't move like this. I don't understand how these guys are idolizing this guy who's done almost nothing to deserve this. The answer they give, they didn't say nothing about his rhymes. It's so dope. They talking about, yo, he had the whores out. He was betting $2 million on a slip. He had NBA All-Star Weekend. All kind of goofy shit. That what is we talking about? This shit ain't got nothing to do with the music. Right? That shit is a small fraction of the culture, but it does not move the culture. If niggas could move the culture by fucking going to NBA All-Star Weekend, Jermaine Dupri would be the fucking king of this shit. I don't understand what we're doing here, gang. It's weird shit. I'm just going to be honest. But I'm not going to be disrespectful. I told you that from the beginning. Let me keep this pushing.
Opposed to the culture. He added excitement to the
culture. What
culture.
do you think the fraction, so now you think, because we were having a big discussion about this the other day, and it's like, it feels like people are picking sides.
Of course.
Yeah, nigga, we picking sides. Real versus fake. It's hip-hop versus bullshit. So what I'm saying is, the shit y'all talking about has no bearing on hip-hop. Yes, we're picking sides. We're picking real good shit. Niggas that can really respect the code. Niggas that ain't making no lawsuit because they lost a fucking battle. We standing on shit over here. Yes, it's fucking real verse. It's fucking picking sides. We've picked a side. We picked a side a long time ago. It just came to a head last year, and the nigga lost. And somehow y'all here licking y'all wounds, y'all reminisce, oh my God, I wish this nigga was still in power. Like the fuck we talking about? Y'all niggas asking for Ronald Reagan to come back, George Bush. Like, nigga, no, we kicked him out of here. The fuck we doing? No, we don't want this nigga in power. No, we never was in fucking power.
You either on the Kendrick side or the Drake side. Like, why we got
Because they're two powerhouses. When you have two powerhouses, it's always a fracture.
There's only one guy, one person that I ever seen toe the line with two powerhouses, and that was Bimmy with Ja Rule and 50 Cent. He's the only person
amazing.
I've ever
I don't have nothing to say about Bimmy.
Seen that could be around two people that hate each other and come around and, yo, what's up? What's popping?
He's not the only one that could do it. A lot of people did that. Fat Joe did that for years. It's a lot of people. Nori did that for years. He's not the only person that could do that. Let's just say that.
I was just with Ja Rule yesterday, but it doesn't matter. Who? I don't know. It wasn't cool. That's why I wasn't there. That's why they got me out of there. Because it wasn't cool for me to be doing that. And I was harmless. But it was just like, they didn't know if I was giving people the information that they didn't want people to know.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You toe that line. And you got to pick a side.
So it trails off and they move on, but the fact of what they said still remains. I think it's a ridiculous sentiment. I think what they're doing right now is they're trying to play semantics and make it like, yo, this is better than that, blah, 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 because it's more ignorant and more niggerish, and that's not what we're here for, gang. I'm just going to be honest. And yes, I'll be the first to tell you, I listen to all kind of shit that has an edge to it. It's mad entertaining. Freddie gives this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, I know where my bread is buttered. It's on the side of real hip-hop. Hip-hop has an edge to it, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if you're better because you're more fucking niggerish, and you're better because more whores come out because when you come around. That's some bullshit. That's not what this shit's about. You got to actually be good at this shit. We got to actually kind of believe you. This hip-hop shit is built on standing on some fucking shit. And I don't believe that this guy stands on a lot of shit. I think he shifts and moves and it bounces around. If he stood on a lot of shit, we wouldn't even have had the battle in the first place. I think they would have been two niggas that just would have let each other exist. All right? I think that he couldn't take that he got called out on the control verse just like everybody else on that verse. He didn't understand it, so he took the shit personal, and here we are. He never let it go. He kept throwing subs for fucking years. These two had a Cold War for 10 years. He finally decided enough is enough. After he heard that fucking verse, right? They liked that verse, which didn't really disrespect him. He just said, ain't no big three, motherfuckers, just big me. Two niggas holding hands on stage. That's all he said. You didn't need to come back with a whole fucking record. A whole push-ups and all this, that, and the third. You came off tour. You did all this in it. You did that shit. And then you did all that shit. Then you want to have a fucking lawsuit. No, you're not standing on nothing. So no, you're not hip-hop. Listen, when Chill Rob G sued fucking Snap for stealing his fucking lyrics, we were like, yo, he's suing? Like, we didn't get it. We fucking realized that, yeah, they stole his music, they stole his rhymes, so he deserved a sue. But back in the day, when we heard somebody was suing over hip-hop, we couldn't understand it, and we still can't. It gotta make sense. If it makes sense, okay, then we can get it. This over a hip-hop battle don't make no sense. So the simple fact of the matter is, you guys are standing on that side. And all the reasons you gave were dumbass niggerish reasons. He get it popping with the whores. He's sitting courtside at the Raptors games. He bet $2 million on the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. Didn't he fucking lose? Didn't they lose that shit? I'm bugging. I don't remember. Did the Eagles win that game? So what's so exciting about this shit, gang? I don't know. Let me know, because what I'm trying to figure out is when you guys don't know nothing about hip hop or your I don't want to say side pieces to this shit. And again, I can't say that just because you like Drake, then all of a sudden you're not hip hop. I'm not going to do that to you. But what I'm going to say is when you give the reasons that you give for liking him and you give the reasons that is boring, when hip hop is popping better than ever. I've been hearing some of the craziest shit ever in the last fucking 5 years. Raekwon just dropped a fucking album. I don't know what we doing. Ghostface Gary dropping an album. All these old niggas is dropping fucking fire. So I'm super confused. Like, what are you listening for? You just listen to music to turn up? Then you're not a hip hop head. If you need music to get you through the strip club and this, that, and the third, you're not a hip hop head. You need a nigga that's betting on wild on you, losing dumb wild money. This nigga had $125 million spent on gambling in one fucking year. If that shit excites you, then my nigga rock out. That's not hip hop to me. So if your reasons are going to be, yo, he betting big bags on shit, like he's throwing wild money, all this shit sound mad like conceited, materialistic bullshit that has nothing to do with the music. Nothing. You didn't say, yo, his records be fire, he be turned. No, you said he come through the city, get the city lit up. Because he throwing around a lot of money. I disagree, homeboy. Right? You remember that movie fucking called Hollywood Shuffle? He said, I disagree, homeboy, I disagree. I disagree with both of you niggas. And I'm going to keep it like this. Like I said, no disrespect to Bagfuel. I'll see them one day, we have a conversation, much love. I know a lot of niggas, right? But at the end of the day, what we're not going to do is act like this shit has any validity whatsoever. None of the reasons y'all gave make no goddamn sense whatsoever fucking ever. They're not realistic. They don't mean nothing to nobody, right? So where I'm at with this is I feel like you two dudes going to have to do a retraction or something, or just speak on it a little more in depth, because what y'all did right here, it didn't make no sense. And I get it's a hot take. Take was bad. It was an awful take. It was terrible. And I'm very content. I'm not bored whatsoever with this nigga out. I'm actually doing better than ever. I ain't got to sit through fucking 15 songs and 2 of them is fucking good, so I'm good. I'm just going to be fucking honest. I don't got to sit through a tape with 4 fucking Afrobeat songs and then 3 R&B songs, 2 love fucking songs, and then 1 rap song. No, I don't want to hear that shit. So I'm good where I'm at. I'm not bored. I'm gonna leave it at that, gang. I hope I wasn't too crazy with it. I hope all parties involved are okay and no one feels a certain kind of way. Because I feel like what we have here is not a failure to communicate, but it's a communication failure. And what I feel like you guys are gonna have to regroup what you're talking about, because you're sitting here, you're co-signing Jim Jones on some shit, and now you're co-signing Drake on some shit. Y'all niggas on the wrong side of history, gang. And let's just be clear. This how Math Hoffa started. He started going down the wrong path, gang. And all of a sudden he looked up and them million subscribers felt like 20K. Okay? People stop watching. It get real spooky. It get hilarious. So what you want to do right now is decide, okay, I'm going to be with the culture, but at the same time, I need to make some sense when I'm speaking about this shit, because this doesn't jive with what the culture feels. I got to read the room. I'm not telling you to be fake, but I'm telling you to make some actual concessions about what you're saying and realize, okay, what I'm about to say right now is going to be controversial. Let me have my eggs in a basket. Let me have my ducks in a row. And let me actually put some points together that's going to prove my point. I don't want to be up here like, what's the dirt, making something out of nothing, talk about episode 2. Oh my God, it was a red light. And that signified, like sitting there making up dumb shit that nobody give a fuck about. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at this. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They got all kind of flavors. They ship all over the continental U.S., gang. It is what it is. I'm just a hip-hop dude, man. I just speak for hip-hop, gang. And if you got some, if you don't agree with me in the comments, let me know. I'll be reading. I'll watch. I'll respond to some of you. But to me, I feel like this right here is egregious. It's egregious. I feel like you guys got the right to say what you want to say, but there's also consequences when you say it. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Listen, every Wednesday night we go live on The What Show. We will be discussing this. It's called Me, TJ, and Fliz. We call it The What Show, about 9:15, 8 different platforms. We talk about hip-hop and things of that nature. Monday nights, we back with the Underground Edge live videos, 9 o'clock, all right? I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,